Imagine pouring water onto an empty patch of dirt every single day for 5 long years, while everyone around you points and laughs. Would you give up, or would you keep watering the empty ground? Ming was a young farmer with a very big dream. He lived in a small, quiet village near a great mountain. The other farmers in his village grew rice and corn. They planted their seeds in the spring, and by the end of the summer, they had tall crops ready to eat and sell. One day, an old traveler visited the village. He saw that Ming was a hard worker. Before the traveler left, he gave Ming a small, strange-looking seed. "What is this?" Ming asked, holding the tiny seed in his hand. "It is the seed of the Chinese bamboo tree," the old man said with a gentle smile. "But I must warn you, this seed is not like rice or corn. It will test your heart. It will test your mind. You must water it, give it sunlight, and pull the weeds around it every single day. You must do this for 5 whole years." Ming was shocked. 5 years? How tall will it be in 5 years? "You will see," the old man smiled, and then he walked away. Ming found the best spot in his garden. The soil was rich and soft. He dug a small hole, placed the seed inside, and covered it with dirt. He felt very excited. Every morning before the sun came up, Ming carried a heavy bucket of water to the spot. He watered the ground. He carefully pulled out any tiny weeds that tried to steal the food from his special seed. Spring turned into summer. Summer turned into autumn. Then the cold winter snow covered the ground. A whole year passed. Ming looked at the spot. There was nothing, just empty dirt. Not even a tiny green leaf had come out. By the second year, Ming's friends started to notice. "What are you growing there, Ming?" his best friend Jin asked. "A Chinese bamboo tree," Ming replied proudly. Jin laughed. "A tree? Ming, there is nothing there. Look at my rice field. It is green and beautiful. You are wasting your water and your time." Ming felt a little sad, but he remembered the old man's words. He kept watering the empty dirt. By the 3rd year, the whole village was making fun of Ming. When Ming walked by with his water bucket, the children would point and giggle. "There goes Ming! He's watering his invisible tree!" they shouted. The older farmers shook their heads. "He's crazy," they whispered. "He could be growing real food. Instead, he takes care of mud." Ming was very tired. His hands were rough from pulling weeds. His back hurt from carrying heavy water buckets. Every day, he looked at the ground, hoping to see just one tiny green plant, but the dirt remained flat and brown. In the 4th year, a terrible dry season hit the village. It did not rain for months. Water was hard to find. Ming had to walk 2 extra miles every day just to get a small bucket of water for his seed. One night, Ming sat by the empty dirt. He started to cry. "Is the seed dead? Did the birds eat it? Am I really crazy?" He held his shovel. He wanted to dig into the ground just to see if the seed was still there. But he stopped. If he dug up the dirt, he might break the seed. He took a deep breath. He decided to trust the process. He decided to not give up. Exactly 5 years after Ming planted the seed, something magical happened. Ming walked out to his garden with his water bucket. He looked down. There, pushing out of the brown dirt, was a tiny green sprout. It was no bigger than his little finger. Ming dropped his bucket. He fell to his knees. "It's alive!" he shouted with joy. "It's growing!" But the magic was just beginning. The next day, the tiny sprout was not a sprout anymore. It was a foot tall. The day after that, it was 3 feet tall. By the end of the week, it was taller than Ming. The villagers couldn't believe their eyes. They ran to Ming's garden. They stood in shock. The tree was growing so fast that you could almost hear it stretching towards the sky. In just 6 weeks, the Chinese bamboo tree grew to be 90 feet tall. It was huge, strong, and beautiful. Its green leaves danced in the wind. It was the tallest and most amazing tree anyone in the village had ever seen. The old traveler returned to the village.
He saw the giant bamboo tree and smiled at Ming. "You did it, Ming," the old man said. "You did not give up." Jin, Ming's friend, ran up to the old man. "This is impossible," Jin cried. "How did a tree grow 90 feet in just 6 weeks? It is magic." The old man shook his head. "It did not grow 90 feet in 6 weeks. It took 5 years and 6 weeks." The villagers were confused. The old man explained. For 5 long years, the tree was not doing nothing. It was growing underground. It was building a massive, strong root system. The roots spread deep and wide into the earth. If it did not build those strong roots for 5 years, it could not support a 90-foot tree. It would just fall over. Ming watered the roots when no one else could see them. Ming smiled. He finally understood. His hard work was never wasted. It was just happening where nobody could see it. Sometimes in life, you work very hard for a long time, but you do not see any results. You might feel like you are failing. People might even laugh at you. But just like the Chinese bamboo tree, you are not failing. You are building your strong roots. Good things take time. Keep working hard, stay patient, and when the right time comes, you will grow higher and faster than you ever imagined.